This is the future.
So I was an avid fan of Mecha Voruna in the past. I was using Ulfrun's Endurance, or a good melee weapon to kill a target inflicted with multiple statuses, and also got the Mecha mod set marked. This results in a 30-meter AoE nuke if I happen to proc a huge slash and bleed on either Ulfrun's Descent, or the melee weapon that I am using with high slash values. This was always my go-to setup in the past, but right now, I found a new Voruna build that has insane kill speed, decent survivability through shield gating, and no energy problem even without using Arcane Energize. The build I'm using for my Voruna right now is this. Archon Continuity and Archon Vitality are not necessary, but they do help a bit when the status is procs from Fangs of Ratch. Archon Continuity will add a corrosive proc to the target, while Archon Vitality will increase the damage over time of your heat procs. Right now, I'm using the Equilibrium mod to sustain my energy, using my Sentinel with the Synth Deconstruct. In addition to this, we drop tons of health orbs from enemies killed with the help of Lycath's Hunt, and I assure you that you won't run out of energy while using this Voruna build as long you are killing enemies. I also added a bit of range for the status proc spread of Fangs of Ratch. You don't need to have tons of range on Voruna honestly with setup, as we have something that can group enemies constantly without even consuming energy. Lastly, Catalyzing Shield works wonder for survivability on this build. You two main sources for survivability here is both Catalyzing Shield's invulnerability, and also Shroud of Dyna. With the help of Brief Respite plus 2 Augur mods in your secondary weapon, you can regain that 74 shield back easily in just one cast of Fangs of Ratch. Now, Shroud of Dyna will not only serve as extra survivability, but a safety net for you also to regain that shield you need to abuse the Catalyzing Shield mod. The idea is, you make sure that you go invisible first with Shroud of Dyna before casting your second ability to proc multiple status and also gain shield in the process. This will allow you to constantly abuse the 1.33 seconds invulnerability coming from this mod. Lastly, with high energy economy, you can replace the slot intended for Arcane Energize for Arcanes, which increases the damage of your Voruna build. In this case, I have Molt augmented to increase the critical chance bonus of Wrathful Advance, and I added Arcane Strike for my melee, but you can also use Arcane Fury if you don't need the extra attack speed. Moving on, I'm using the new melee called Doorclave while using this mod setup. The weapon has this awesome trait wherein it increases your status chance, which makes it really powerful. In addition, this is a slash-based weapon, making it meta with all those bleed procs it can deal. Now, this melee weapon is not the only weapon you can use with Voruna, but there are a couple of choices. Any hard-hitting melee weapons that are also considered hybrid melee weapons, and can be modded with Condition Overload, will be a great tool for this Voruna build. And lastly, let's talk about the companion I'm currently using. Now, my community suggested this in my Twitch stream, and I think that aside from Deriga, the Nautilus Sentinel is also busted after the companion rework. This Sentinel has the Cordon mod precept that will pull enemies that are within 30 meters. This will activate frequently if you happen to have the Manifold Bond mod. We all know that Voruna procs a lot of status with her Fangs of Ratch, and somehow, Manifold Bond activates quite often after killing enemies with multiple status. This then reduces the cooldown of Cordon, which allows you to use it quite often. In fact, every time you kill enemies grouped by the Sentinel with multiple status, the precept will reactivate, and this is how you maintain your kill speed with Voruna. Overall, this is really a great setup that you must try with Voruna. It's insanely good, especially in long endurance runs. It has kill speed, energy economy, and insane survivability. It's really a complete Voruna build that everyone must try. So that's all about it. I hope that this will give you tons of fun playing Voruna. Thank you so much for watching. Squad Leader signing off.
Specialists are scanning for targets. They know you're here. Prepare for sentient fighters. Not be allowed a foothold on Bula. Life support is at risk. Destroy them.